Sometimes, right, you'd be walking down the street and you'd catch a glimpse of an absolute unit spazzing out walking down the road. And this is where you ask yourself, what does that guy have to end up like that? Well, today's video will answer that age-old question for you. The true gift of humanity is the fact that you're given a random hand whenever you spawn into this world, and often that hand can lead you into some, let's just say, interesting life circumstances. These are the strangest medical conditions people have around the world. Enjoy. Auto-brewery syndrome. Have you ever been at like a bar or a pub and you realize, I'm so broke, but you still want a pint of beer? Well, you're in luck. Just grab your buddy with auto-brewery syndrome and pull on the latch on the back. And would you look at that? 6 pints of beer hidden in this small fella. Auto-brewery syndrome, or otherwise known as gut fermentation syndrome, is a rare condition in which fungi in the gut rapidly converts carbohydrates into alcohol. So more or less, the condition rapidly turns your peanut butter sandwich in your gut into a pina colada. Well, now you're asking how this beautiful process happens? Well, there are numerous microorganisms that live in the gastrointestinal tract. Bacteria are the main contributor of these organisms, with fungi accounting for less than 0.1% of all microbes in the gut. This includes Candida, a type of yeast being the most common fungal species in the gut. Although these very low concentrations of fungus in the gut rarely cause problems, fungal overgrowth can reduce life expectancy and just make life pretty bad. Yeast and other fungi like Candida feast on the sugars and starches in food, in which they convert into energy. This process also creates waste in the form of carbon dioxide and ethanol, and alcohol. So basically, when you have fungal overgrowth, the excess fungus in your gut can't stop munching on that Filet-O-Fish you got from McDonald's and start shitting out spirits with 20% alcohol. The ethanol that is produced from this process enters the bloodstream and travels throughout the body. Does that mean you can get charged for a DUI when driving the boys around at night, just for existing? Your test came back and you're looking at like about 2% blood alcohol. Wait, how's that even possible? I can explain. I have a condition. That's a weird way to say I drove under the influence. No, trust me, it was auto-brewery syndrome. Well, pubs be naming themselves anything now, but get in the car. Those with auto-brewery syndrome may have hardened blood sugar levels after consuming a small quantity of alcohol, or even no alcohol at all. So your friend from your hometown who claims he's a terribly light drinker might actually be telling the truth. Supposedly, people with this syndrome may have the same physical and psychological symptoms that occur when someone is intoxicated. It's honestly such a superpower to have your blood be the embodiment of liquid confidence. Well, in this situation, more or less literally, The Truman Show delusion. The Truman Show is a 1998 American psychological comedy drama film written and co-produced by Andrew Niccol. Wait, hold on, this can't be an illness. Am I just reading off a Wikipedia article? Or can it be an illness? The Truman Show delusion is, well, you guessed it, a mental disorder well described by the events of The Truman Show. If you haven't seen The Truman Show, it's basically about this guy, Truman Burbank, who had a normal life. Well, that's if you define normal as having your whole life being televised from birth and all the people in your life being paid actors. The movie covers the events in which he discovers this reality, trying to escape from his falsified world. The Truman Show delusion is a disorder in which the person believes that their life is a staged reality show or they are being constantly watched on camera. Although being very abstract and specific, there have been several hundreds of cases reported from around the world. Of these cases was someone who travelled all the way to New York after the September 11 attacks to make sure the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center were not just a plot twist within his own Truman Show. Those who believe in their own Truman Show often participate in dangerous activities in which risk their own well-being and the well-being of others to sort of go against the plot of the show. I get it, man. It's like if you really thought everyone around you was a paid actor, punching up a few of them down the street would probably make you less anxious about your situation. And these guys are paid, right? They'll be fine. One such patient, an army veteran, supposedly planned to climb the Statue of Liberty in belief doing so would release him from the show. This is a quote by him about his condition.
I realized that I was, and am the center, the focus of attention by millions and millions of people. My family and everyone I knew was and are actors in a script. A charade whose entire purpose is to make me the focus of the world's attention.
The name of the Truman Show disorder was influenced by the fact that 3 out of the 5 initial patients that this one psychologist had, I don't know, he's not that important, who had been treated by him, explicitly related their syndrome to the perceived experiences of the film. So tell me, what's on your mind? Everyone around me is an actor. That's merely coming out of your inner belief of yourself. Don't construct your self-identity based on the opinions of others.
Joe, you're not getting the full picture. They're actually actors. Paid ones, in fact. Even you are too. Stop lying to me.
I don't really know what you mean. Please elaborate.
So you know a man by the name of Truman Burbank?
Aquagenic urticaria. Bro, I hate these titles, bro. Have a guess on what this medical condition is about. if you said allergy to showers, you're right. Aquagenic urticaria, or otherwise known as Challenger in League of Legends, is a form of physical allergy in which hives develop on the skin after contact with water, regardless of temperature. In more severe cases, drinking water can result in swelling of the oral cavity, throat, or even in extreme cases, anaphylaxis. Think of the poor fellow who didn't know they had this BS, but then they went to a water park one day with their friends and they were like, woohoo! And they just started having an anaphylactic shock. And all of his friends are like, bro, what happened? What are you allergic to? Is it the chlorine? Sunburn? The small children waiting in line that you annoyed? No, Billy, it was water. This poor fella's allergic to H2O. And in worst cases, you can't even drink water. What are you even supposed to do? Get it teleported into your body? Nah, just lie in water and let it soak like a sponge. Oh wait, you can't even do that because you'll break out in hives. This is a lesson to everyone out there that you can always be grateful about what you have. And whenever that one girl tells you about the kids in Africa who are thirsty and have nothing to drink, shut up, Alyssa. At least they can drink water without dying of anaphylactic shock. Perhaps you could say the kids in Africa have it worse because their water probably does the exact same thing from the amount of cholera that's in it. Alright, fine, Alyssa, you win. Anyways, guys, those were some of the strangest medical conditions that people have around the world. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Feel free to subscribe, I mean, you might as well, and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, bye.